and welcome to From the Second Row. I'm Brenda Rozzi.
And I'm Rich Russell. Still Rich Russell.
And we are at the second row at City Hall Chambers.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over the City Council agenda for tomorrow night. Well, 5 pages of it. Five pages, yeah.
Oh, yes,
There's 5 pages of it, but whatever. Okay, so hopefully some of you will come join us because it's only there in the second row.
Yes.
You know,
we got plenty of room in the third as long as Francisco doesn't show up. Francisco Urena.
Yes,
I mean,
but we like him to sit in the second row with us.
Yes, we love him squeezing.
Yeah, yes. So anyway, we're going to start with public hearings, but before that, there's always public participation. So if you have anything you want to tell the councilors, you have 2.5 minutes to express yourself and let them know, if there's something going on in your district or whatever, let them know because they're your councilors. You have 4 councilors.
Some of them, they do have
4 councilors, yes. Right.
3 at large and your district councilor.
Right.
And some of them do listen on occasion.
Right.
And
yes.
Some of them are starting to listen big time.
Right. Yeah.
And
exactly.
One district councilor is not extremely happy with the amount of car accidents happening over on what is it, Beacon Street?
Beacon and Mount Vernon.
Yes.
There was 2.
There was 3.
Yeah, 3.
She said there was 3 in 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah, that's getting it is a drag race up there.
It is. I mean,
and that's the sad part.
Well, at least my monument to the community was slowing traffic on Cross Street down.
Yeah.
With both the speed sign and the stop sign at the top of the hill.
Right. Right.
Which is working out remarkably well.
Right. So anyway, the first public hearing is item number 100-23. Which means that this came out in 2023.
It's probably sometime in February.
Yeah.
February. It's been out there for a year and a half.
And it's Washington Street and says no parking anytime on east side of Washington Street. And it was put on the agenda by Councilor Del Rosario, Councilor Levy, Councilor Selena Reyes, Mayor Brian DePena, and DPW Director Jorge Jaime.
Okay. Then the next item is in the same manner.
Right.
Hillside Avenue. They want to make it one way from Haverhill Street up to Yale Street. Okay.
Well, but the thing is, you would think they would want to make one way going down the hill as opposed to going up a hill.
In my own thing, and I do have a little experience with playing in traffic, I would make Ames Street from Haverhill Street up to Yale. I would make that one way up the hill. Yale Street, and then I would make Hillside one way going back down to Haverhill.
Right. Yeah.
That would make sense.
I know there is a handicapped person on that street, and I forget what side it is, and I thought it was going to impact when they come to pick them up.
Okay. Could be.
Yeah, okay.
But my question is about those 2 items, and you take this tongue-in-cheek. Why is everyone except for Kamala Harris signed on in support of these 2 items? And why the 1.5-year delay, wait for public hearings?
Right.
Something like this, I can't see their thought process.
Right, right. Now, the next one is handicap parking, 49 Bradford Street, apartment number 1. But you have to remember, even though it's for a certain apartment, it's not handicapped just for that person. If someone else has a handicap parking sticker or whatever, they can still park in the handicap parking. So people think when they ask for handicap parking, it's just for them.
You have a handicap placard for your granddaughter. Right. You can park there. I have a handicap placard for my stepson. I can park there. As long as the handicapped individual is in the vehicle.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
But isn't Bradford Street that string of apartments that's between Lowell and Bradford?
I believe so. But
why can't they just make a handicap parking space in front of apartment number whatever the number 1?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And it could be a house. I don't know where that thing is. Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah. Let's see. 49 Bradford Street.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Bradford Street stops at Amesbury Street.
Yes.
Okay, Bradford Street goes behind the fire station.
Right,
and the new police station to be. Okay, I'm sorry. And then it continues across.
Right,
It
right.
continues across.
Like where the Lawrence Community Day thing,
Yep.
I believe
And then
that's
it continues. It dead
So-
ends down there, down
Actually-
behind Lawrence Charter, Mr. Carrero's
Right,
former
right,
domain.
right.
Okay.
Okay, now handicap, okay, so parking sign for 15 minutes, 395 Lowell Street, from 9 in the morning till 7 o'clock at night.
That sounds like a
Bodega or something.
yeah, something like a bodega. But we
yeah.
know that we know how well those signs are observed. I love the one that up in
Yeah,
Tremont and Franklin.
right.
Yeah, loading zone in 15 minute. They make sure they got cars in it to make sure nobody takes them. Let's see, we've discussed Woodland at the corner of East Haverhill. Yes, no issue at all with
Yeah, that is not, yeah,
on that one.
right.
Bedford Street. I'm not sure where Bedford Street is.
I'm not sure either.
Let's see, and it was put on by an individual, so that's not of much help. But again, as long as it's passed the sniff test and it's going up there for a public hearing, I got
Right.
no issue.
Right. And then the loading zone and Heritage Packaging Company on Market Street. I mean, I thought they had one, but maybe they're expanding, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we have let's see, 2 more handicap parking on Prospect Street.
337,
And we have another one at 1416 Custer Street.
right.
I wonder if General Custer's parking his troops there. Again, the same comment from the about the other handicap. If it's on the agenda, it's been
Yeah, it's been looked at.
looked at.
Right. And then we have 2 removals of handicap parking, one on Bromfield Street and one on 19 Logan Street.
I'm not sure where Bromfield Street is.
Bromfield, I think isn't it down off of Park Street around that area, if I'm not mistaken?
Maybe. Logan Street is up in
That's off of
Federalina's
Jackson
District
Street.
A.
Yeah, it's off of Jackson, between Jackson and Prospect.
Ooh, just what we need. The establishment of a handicap parking commission.
It's probably a good idea.
It's
Put
probably
on by-
going to take quite a while
Yeah.
after they do the interplanetary search for the qualified people.
No, but I think,
Yeah.
but you know, it's probably a good idea, you know, because it's, you know, every time you turn around, there's someone's looking for a handicap, you know.
And then we have another handicap removal on Florence Avenue. Not to be mistaken with Florence Street, which will be later on the agenda.
Right. Okay, so then we have there's no communication from the mayor or city officials.
Which is good.
Yes. Now we have committee reports. So budget and finance.
$590,909.09. A lot of nines there. I gotta play the nines out tonight on Powerball.
I wonder if Brian did.
For FEMA assistance to a firefighter grant for a new truck.
Not a problem.
City's got to come up with another $300,000.
Which is the next item.
Yeah, which
Not-
is yes.
Not a problem.
I got no issue with that. I
Nope.
mean, Chief Moriarty, he's starting on replacing equipment that he replaced when he first came on.
Right.
I mean, Lawrence equipment does take a beating. I mean, they're one of the busiest fire departments.
Well, you know, you think, you know, you see the fire trucks go out, and you're just like, oh, but there's no fire. But people have to realize, when there's a 911 call, they're the first ones out also, because a lot of them are, EMT training, and they're the first responders.
It would be interesting if people could listen to the actual Lawrence Fire Department radio transmissions. I mean, I don't even want to think of the number of cooking events that they go to. Cook food on the stove.
Yep.
Every time somebody gets a hangnail, they respond.
Yep.
You know, that's their protocol.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And they do their share of training. I hear take me out of service. We're going to do pump training down at the river. Oh, we're going out to the industrial park. We're going to be doing some ladder work.
Right.
Training, teaching the new guys how to drive the fire trucks.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got no problem with anything the fire department wants.
Or the police department. I no problem with the police department either. Whatever they have put in for, they deserve.
Okay. The next thing, again, $25,600 to expend that amount of money, emergency performance grant for defibrillators and thermal imaging cameras. Yes, I have no issue about it.
No,
Instead
definitely.
of the fire department coming in and tearing down a wall to check to see if they can just put the camera up there
Yeah.
and see the hot spots.
Right.
And the defibrillators,
Yeah, they definitely, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, because like you said, the fire trucks go out.
yeah.
They're like, a lot of times, I see them going up South Baldwin before the ambulance is
Yes.
even there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then let's see, we have an appropriation transfer, $269,321 from the Stabilization Reserve
Didn't know
Fund
we had one of those.
to the Library General Operating Fund account. So now, why wasn't the library given enough money in the FY25 budget?
Don't know.
Or is that just a way to make the budgets look balanced because do the stabilization accounts, do they factor into the actual, I don't know.
I don't know.
Financial chicanery runs wild in the city.
And now we have the
I'm sorry.
Housing Committee, surplus declaration of city property, Mount Auburn Street.
Is
I know
this-
I know what that is. That's on that's the Mount Vernon area. It's off of South Baldwin.
Okay, Ordinance Committee. Now, this is one from last year, and it's 291, and we're up around 400. So this would have been sometime middle to late last summer. This one was probably put on the agenda. Resident parking on Walnut Street. Mr. Hector Rodriguez, another Walnut Street residence. And then there's a square brackets, request to expansion. And then OPH, order of public hearing.
Right.
Uh,
The next one, YWCA Halloween event with hayride, October 18th, from 6 to 8, Compagnon Common. Okay, that must be fun.
Be quiet, Russell.
That might be fun.
Yes, it might be
Yeah.
fun.
Remove 15-minute parking sign on 38 Avon Street. Okay, but now we have to order public hearing for that. Square dedication for Dominic Martez.
Is this a singer that is the favorite singer of somebody that we all know? And how about we get one for another Hispanic singer from way back when? You and I both remember this guy, Richie Valens.
Oh, yeah?
La Bamba.
Yep.
Isn't he worthy of one?
But I don't think he came to launch.
I don't care.
Whatever. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Right.
Food truck business launch, October 6th, 11 a.m., 3 p.m., Union Square Park. Didn't they launch this already?
No, I think we read the last time as part of the agenda. I don't know.
Okay.
And then now under Personnel Committee, we have the confirm appointment of Abigail Romero to the Licensing Commission, 6-year term which expires 5/31/2030.
Yeah.
Put on by Mia Brian DePena and Tim Hooten, City Attorney. So that means because they're down, I mean, there's only 2 people in licensing.
Yeah.
There should be 3. So, guess that's a good thing.
Let's see. No Public Safety Committee report. Committee of the Whole, no report.
Old business?
Old business. Handicap parking, 209 Bailey Street. That's from the beginning of the first. That would have been from the first business meeting the council had.
Right.
Let's see, south side of Alder Street, no parking anytime. From Lawrence to Spruce Streets, parking allowed on the north side of Alder Street. And that was from
These
Councilor,
one-way streets are like,
well, that was from Councilor Del Rosario, Councilor Selena Reyes, the mayor, the DPW director.
And
It
see-
was withdrawn.
on 4/18/23, but now they're seeking to order public hearing at this time.
Duh.
Okay,
Okay.
whatever. Remove handicap parking space, Havel Street.
Duh, where?
Good question. I don't know.
Authority to expend 10,000, oh, I'm sorry,
hun-
101, I'm seeing practice and become
I
a
know.
city councilor. Authority to expend funds, $101,000, grant portion from MVPC, Merrimack Valley Planning Commission, very good organization. EPA revolving loan fund, demolish Florence Street Garage.
Right.
This is more and more. This is getting,
Yeah.
that's going to be the most expensive piece of property in North Lawrence. And it says city-owned property.
Yeah.
And that's from our friend Dan McCarthy.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be stiffing us if we know
No.
him well enough.
No. Now we have table matters. Anything you want to discuss?
Okay. In view of what one city council has been posting on Facebook, can I get away with mention who it is? Yeah, I can, because we're not at a council meeting. District E councilor Stephanie Infante.
My council?
She's, I don't blame her for being all bent out of shape.
No,
There's
neither
been
do I.
3 accidents in 5 days in the Mount Vernon and Beacon Street area. Now, it's an agenda item that's been tabled since, well, it was last retabled on February 1st of 22. So that was 30 months ago. 12517, establishing a maximum motor vehicle speed citywide to 25 miles per hour. And that's a request to amend chapter 10.26 of the city ordinances.
Right.
And I think we both agree that
Oh, definitely.
there's just too damn much speeding in Lawrence.
Not so going up South Baldwin.
Yeah?
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's all the
The
streets.
yeah, it is. And look at Andover's got that 25 miles
Yep.
an hour on a lot of their streets, especially the residential ones.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like obviously you can't do the ones that are highway ones, but residential, I honestly think 25 is more than enough in a residential area.
25 miles an hour is more than adequate for
Right.
anybody on any street in the city of Lawrence.
Yeah.
And let's see, it's time to untable this and act upon it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now let's see, we're going through, that's page 2. Now we're up to
Page 3.
2018. Let's see, now, do we have anything else? I don't see anything of any major importance until we get down to the bottom of page 3. Agenda item 44423, the request of a voting ID, and that was from Councilor at Large, Anna Levy, and District C Councilor Greg Del Rosario. And this was, it was tabled, and then it was taken off, and then it was retabled on
right.
August 7th.
Right.
I spent time as a poll worker, and I had no issue with anybody. In fact, I did not have to ask people for a license for identification. They knew when they had to identify themselves.
Right.
No issue at all. And the more I thought about it is, if you're legal in the United States, I mean, sooner or later you're going to be required to have a real ID, driver's license. You got the gold circle with the star embossed or in the middle
Yep.
of it. That proves you're a citizen. That's all
Right.
you need.
Right.
But again, we know the politics of Massachusetts. We know what Galvin wants to do.
Yeah.
We know how they're giving away driver's licenses, and I digress, and I may be
Yeah.
accusing people of doing something blatantly illegal, but I still firmly believe that people are checking the box to, yes, I want to vote.
Right.
That's on the back of the application for a driver's license, but it is what it is.
Right.
Okay. Now,
Anything else under?
oh, yes.
Okay, which one?
46623.
Okay.
Replace plaques on monuments at Toomey Fountain and Isabel Melendez Park, and there should be one more on there, Stockton.
Right.
And that was, who's that? Oh, that was put on by Councilor Russell. Guilty.
Yeah. It was
and in-
tabled on
in s-
3/19/24.
Yeah. In square brackets, it says anticipated monument revision after July 1st, 2024 with the FY25 budget. Let's see. July, August, September. We're 1/4 of the way through the FY25 budget and probably halfway through the money. Is that the way it works?
Yes.
So I'm waiting to see when that happens. We do have issues. Again, that's been tabled. District C Councilor Greg Del Rosario, he put something on beginning of the year, community concerns regarding the parking meters citywide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have issues with them too.
Oh, a lot of people do. And you put them, if you drive, they put them, we've never had them on South Broadway, never had them
Yeah.
South Union, never had them, whatever. If you, now from Monday through Saturday,
Yeah.
between 8 in the morning, 6 o'clock at
6,
night, they
yeah.
have parking meters. So who in their right mind would put parking meters in front of a church
Or a funeral home.
or a funeral home? That totally blew my mind. But if you drive out South Broadway between 8 and 6, there's no cars on the street. They're all on the side streets. After 6 o'clock, all the cars come out again.
Yes, I know it.
And I don't remember this coming before the council. I remember them talking about it, but I don't remember. I don't know.
That's the reason
yeah.
it got tabled. They didn't want to talk about it.
But they did it. But they did it. They've done it. And I can't imagine they're making money. And the very first time there was a funeral at St. Pat's, the funeral home was tagged because they didn't put money in the meter for a funeral? Come on.
Yeah.
That is totally embarrassing to the city.
Okay, let's see. That's a tabled item from the beginning of the year. Newbury and Garden Street, declaration of surplus property. Amendment, next one down, 9224, amendment to the non-union classification plan. The Collins Commission report really opened up the piggy bank for salaries.
Yep.
For friends and
Yep.
neighbors. It is what it is.
Yep.
Uh,
Now we go into new business?
New business.
There's a lot of new business.
Well,
it's
the
like
new business, I propose we take all of it as one lump.
Well,
I
not
mean,
all of it
yeah,
is.
well,
Well, when we get to the eminent domain.
right.
Okay. So first of all, there's authorization to expend $240,000 from the Merrick Valley Planning Board revolving loan fund to demolish the Florence Street garage.
Okay,
that's a
all
new
right,
one.
okay,
That's a new
all
one.
right, let's see, what do we got here? Now, that's agenda item 45224,
Right.
the $240,000
Because this is a new one. It was redone.
Okay, the 394/24, authority to expend funds, 101,000.
Yeah.
How much money
It's a different grant and for something, it's not just, yeah. Okay, now authorization to expend $300,000 municipal clean or efficient energy initiative of the Merrimack Valley renewal from Mass Attorney General. So I'm confused.
I'm confused as how Theo Rosario became appointed city engineer.
I thought he was.
He's not a city engineer. He's in the same category as several other individuals. They're acting.
Oh,
Agricultural engineer does not pass the requirements for being a city engineer in the state of Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'll go out on a limb and say it.
yep. Okay, the next one is authorized to expend $623,371 grant awarded to the Mayor's Health Task Force / Lawrence Reach from Center for Disease Control. And that was put on by Martha Holt, project coordinator. So, and then payment of prior year invoice, $944.07 to Amazon, put on by Eileen Burnell, city clerk. I hope she got me something good from Amazon.
Yeah, I know it. Maybe gold-plated one of those. Yeah. Again, that's no problem because we know how some of these things, bills get forwarded to the wrong people, put on the bottom. And
I mean, Eileen,
Yeah.
please. But I hope she did get me something else.
Okay, let's see.
Appropriation, $456.24.
Okay, appropriation transfer, $1,266,836 from the Capital Reserve Fund to the DPW capital improvements.
I want to see those improvements.
I would like to know what those improvements are going to. Maybe they're going to wrap the trees on Common Street with lights. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, authorization to expend $187 $1,161.11 under the PSAP 9/11 training grant for the police department. Not a problem.
No problem there.
Authorization to expend $52,373 fiscal year 25 municipal road safety, police department. Not a problem.
Okay. Let's see, 45924, Business District Safety Initiative.
I want to see what that is.
Okay, good friend Captain Maurice Aguilar,
and
he's
Lieutenant
involved in
Dan
it, and
Fleming, yeah.
Lieutenant Dan Fleming.
Yeah.
Both of those are involved in it. If their names are on it, I got no major problem with it.
No. And then the next three are for the zoning board. The first one is to confirm reappointment of Richard Rivera.
The second one is Anthony Coco,
Coco.
Tony Coco.
Right. And the third is a new member, Sheila Cabrera.
Yeah.
Don't know who she is, but I mean, let's see, what's that? Now the rest are.
Okay, let me get this one together.
This goes
Okay,
from.
now we're gonna act like the city council. I'd like to make a motion that we take agenda items 460 through 6324 through 49224 as a
Hey.
block.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, and they are basically taking by eminent domain temporary easements for the proposed reconstruction and reorientation of traffic flow on, of all places,
Amesbury
Street. Talk about, I can't say the proper words I was thinking, but again, talk about what a show it's going to be. Again, every little parcel that's affected has to have a temporary easement, so we
Right.
won't go through it, but it starts at one end and all the way
Way
down to
down,
the other
right,
end.
right.
And these are 5-year easements,
Right.
temporary.
Right.
I don't know if in 5 years we're going to have to come back and temporarily or permanently remove these temporary easements.
I don't know. It's just I can't envision Amesbury Street two ways.
I can't either.
I just. And is it going to start at Canal Street and go up? Is it just going to be from Essex Street up? I can't envision how it's going to go.
In my wanderings today, I was taking a friend to the doctor, and they said Merrimack Street, so automatically I head down Merrimack Street. I go down, I get to the lights at Canal Street and, what is it, Amesbury Street?
Yep.
Now, I knew that they were doing work on Canal Street because I came down Franklin and I shot down, they had some cones there, and I saw a cop there,
Yeah.
and I said, no. So I took a left, I went down to Methuen Street all the
Right.
way down to Amesbury, and I turned right.
Yeah.
Here's this car comes blowing over the bridge. He's got the left arrow to go to Canal Street. He starts to make the turn, and he has to pull the U-turn, a double U-ey to go back the other way on Merrimack Street because they had on Canal Street because they had Canal Street blocked off. I don't know what they were doing. I don't think they knew either, but Canal Street was blocked. It was one-way traffic.
Oh God.
What a crap show.
So now we'll go down to 49324, which is creation of city council policy regarding dedications and naming.
As long as the honoree's name is bigger than the legislative leaders in the city, I'm for it.
Yeah.
We don't want to go there.
Nope. And then we have no area parking, 160 Garden Street, apartment number 4. So is no area parking, is that the same as handicap, or they just don't want people to park in front of their house?
Yeah?
I can't. I think we'll be going to a lot of subcommittee meetings.
Yeah, I know it. Is that going to affect my watching MASH at
Yes,
night?
it will.
Oh, damn.
No, just bring a little TV with you.
Okay, handicap parking, 514 Haverhill Street. Let's see, 514. That's
Like, is that midway up between
that's-
May and?
that's before you get to Hamill's Liquor as you're coming down the hill.
Okay.
Somewhere
Okay,
in there.
Okay.
Speed limit, pilot project act.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely, yes.
Now what about car drivers? This is for pilots. You gotta.
Speaking of which, did you see what they have at the airport now? What they just got last week?
The jet.
Yeah.
No. Did you see what my comment was? I made a comment. A good friend of ours' mother was sitting there. I says, all it's missing is a couple of carry-on bags and Peter, Paul, and Mary singing "Leaving on a Jet Plane." She loved it. Okay. Okay.
Park-
49724 Park Naming Act. Duh.
Oh.
Does that mean any politician that manages to stay out of jail is eligible to have a park named after him? Those who go to
I
jail,
guess,
we name
yeah,
the jail
yeah.
cell after them.
Well, you know, and it's funny because you're naming a lot of these parks after people who are deceased. Why are we naming parks after people who are alive? So they get to see it. You know, that's the other. That's, you know, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
To me, naming a park after somebody that is alive is a payback and an ego inflator. Do you know I got a park named after?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Well,
do you know who I am?
no.
John Kerry's going to get a park up here?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think so. All right.
Okay, annual department, this is 49824, annual department reporting requirements. Now, I thought we're going from quarterly, which I thought it was, which they don't get anyways,
Yeah, I know.
so they're putting it off.
To
They're
annual.
eliminating 3 reports, so now they're going to have one big report that they're going to ignore and not doing.
Well,
That sounds good.
okay.
Uh,
So now install one JO pole on Canal Street near
JO,
Union Street.
jointly owned.
Right. And they're going to install 2 JO poles on North Canal near Amesbury.
I wonder
So-
if that's preparatory towards.
I would probably think it would
Probably.
be. Yeah. And then install underground electric conduits at North Canal Street. So I'm wondering that's probably all has to do
All
with.
collection,
Right.
one right after another.
Right. But you know, like I said, it's. You know, it's gonna be an interest. The subcommittees are gonna be interesting. You know, especially ordinance.
Oh,
They might as well make ordinance 2 nights. But Mark, I think will take it as a block. 'cause he's
Oh, no,
pretty good,
he
he'll-
don't-
yeah, yeah.
There isn't somebody that's more fluent with
Yeah.
the rules
The Mark.
than Mark.
Right.
He will wade right through that like
Right.
Sherman going through Georgia.
Right, and they're basically. You know, Jan McCarthy's going to be tired from reading them all, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I think, but no, I like I said, it's interesting seeing we see Amesbury. I don't ever remember, and I've lived in the city 70. I don't remember ever Amesbury being 2 ways, but maybe when I was little, I don't know. I don't remember. I've never seen it.
I'm trying to visualize various things that would stick out. You know, I mean, what I used to do for a living. You know, the age of curbstones, the type
Right.
of curbstones.
Right.
That would kind of give away the age of how long something has been in place.
Right.
And again, I'm not that. I don't
Yeah.
travel over that way by foot
Right.
that often, so it's
Right.
hard to say. But
Yeah. Well.
I don't even want to visualize it, but I will say the one good thing they did in preparation for it is they did move the bus station down
thank
to the
goodness,
train
yeah, thank
station
goodness.
because that would have been. I don't even want to visualize buses trying to make a left turn onto Amesbury Street across traffic.
Like, right.
Huh? No, ain't going to happen.
And yeah, no,
But,
not at all, not at all.
But again, like I said, like Brenda said at the beginning, you people have issues. You want to get your complaints heard.
City council's way to go.
City council's a place to go. 2.5 minutes. As long as you don't repeat yourself, you don't mention any councilors by name. You have to mention them in general. The councilors, you can't mention. I would be hesitant to even mention what district.
Right.
You could probably get away with saying I'm from district.
Or I live on such and such a street.
Yes, and then
yeah.
and then let them put two and two together.
Right.
That
right.
would kind of circumvent the rules
right,
of
right.
directly. But
Right.
again, the people you got to remember, like Brenda said earlier, you've got 4 city councilors,
Right.
whether they want to own up to it or not. You've got 3 councilors at large, and you have 1 district councilor.
Right.
And if you can't find help from one of them,
sad state if you
just
can't find
remember, next year's election year.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm just going through my head the possibilities that are out there.
It's gonna be an interesting, like once this election is over, and then to see who's going to come out of the woodwork, who's going to want to say, okay, I want to run for this, I want to run for this council seat, I want to run at large, I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know.
We got what, 2 new councils this year?
Yeah.
Actually, 3 new councils this year on the council. Hopefully they'll run again. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, maybe other councilors will
Decide not to?
maybe other councilors will get greedy and think that they're ready to step up to the next level. I can see I can see one getting greedy, going for mayor. I can see a district councilor wanting to become an at-large councilor.
Right.
I get mixed emotions about both of them.
Yeah,
It is what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, and you and I are both, for lack of a better phrase, avid observers of the antics of what goes on there. And
Yep.
I
Because when you're watching if you watch the city council at home, there's a lot you miss. You need
Yes.
to be there to watch
Yeah,
how they react, how they.
their facial expressions that the
Yeah.
cameras don't catch.
Yep.
The frustration on various councilors at other councilors.
Yep.
I mean, these are things that don't get picked up, and
That is right. Exactly. And then and talking about the bus, station moving down to Merrimack Street, this morning I was going over to the planning board, and I'm going Merrimack Street, and people get behind the buses, and then they realize the buses are turning, so they're trying to cut you off to get into your lane, the left lane. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
that was ridiculous. I don't know if there's another way the buses can go in.
No,
I
there's
don't.
only-
And did you read the article in the paper? There's no bathrooms there. How do you not have a bathroom at a train station?
But you get 10 pianos to play.
Well, plus who? Well, okay. I mean, how do you not have? If and people waiting for trains, how do you not have a bathroom waiting for a train?
At the risk of being rude, crude, and socially unacceptable, thank God there's no third rails on the railroad tracks.
But I'm
Yeah, I
thinking,
know,
it's like,
I know.
you know what? If you're so afraid that they're gonna, they're gonna use drugs or they're gonna go and sleep, then you know what? Have them opened like from 6 in the morning to 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock, lock them up, but have someone man them. Pay someone to stay there and to monitor the bathrooms. And,
we could create a new positions.
then they can get paid 17 grand like some other people.
Commode custodians.
I mean, but it would make sense. I mean, how do you not? I don't understand.
I know.
I don't understand. Some of these things just blow my mind.
It is. It's they're some of their thoughts, their thought process is well intentioned,
Right.
but the last couple of pages in the book is missing.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And like I said, I just when I saw that article, I'm like, are you kidding me? How could you not have because there's bathrooms there? Why aren't they? And I understand they don't want, people going in
Yeah.
and using drugs and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? It's the public, you need to do something, trains.
Well,
You know,
again, it's
let the MBTA handle it. I don't know.
well, it's no, it'd be MEVA, the Maine Virginia Transit Authority. That's what it stands for, right? MEVA, Maine, Virginia.
Sure. Sure it does.
Yeah,
Am I missing something
again,
here?
I look at it and, no, there's, the whole issue. I mean, there's a lot of issues that no, I can't blame this. I can't blame this problem on the city.
No.
The drug problem.
Right.
I mean, the state, in their infinite wisdom, allows you to go in and get free hypodermic needles.
Right.
You were by de facto by legislation, a de facto act, you are creating the drug problem. It's their fault. It's
Yep.
the state's fault for allowing this to happen.
Yep.
But well, we haven't got enough money to do this, but we got money to do that, and we got this. And
Yeah.
But we can't pry money away to do no. But you guys live with the drug problem, And
Yeah.
by the way, you can't do anything to the homeless people that stand in the median strips on 114 and bum money because you're discriminating against them. You got to allow them to do that. I mean that.
Well, not just there on the street corners.
Yeah, I
too,
know,
and
I know,
It's all
I
over.
know.
It's
I mean, you got
Yeah.
the guy diagonally, the two corners of Canal and Broadway,
Right.
Water Street.
Yep.
Santa
One that's
Domingo
in- yeah,
Motors, there's
yeah.
a guy there.
Right,
Then you
right.
get the guy that's sort of diagonally across by
With
the
Lawton's
bridge
is-
abutment.
Yeah.
And then you go down, you get the guy down there where Three Dogs Diner used to be. He's
I
down.
haven't seen anyone over there. Really?
Yeah, he's down there.
I haven't
And then you
seen him
still, the one that used to be down at Andover and South Broadway, the guy with the.
Oh yes.
I see him up there at
Okay,
by
yeah.
Three Dogs Diner.
He's brazen though. He'll go right up in the
Yeah.
street. I'm so afraid he's going to end up getting killed because people just speeders going by and they don't care. They just want to get by.
Yeah.
Him.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's worse, those people standing on street corners or elected officials with their hand out for money for their pet projects.
But yet, they complain about the homeless and they whatever.
Don't do anything about it.
But they allocated money for the homeless, but
the money, they won't release it.
they won't release it. So how do you?
Whose fault is it?
Yeah, well, yeah, but
Yeah.
and it's true, and it's how do you help someone when you don't have the funding to help someone?
But the funding is there.
But the funding is there, but they make
They're
excuses.
throwing it back in your face
Yeah,
in a variety
and
of different manners.
unfortunately, the wrong people are getting, getting blamed for where the money's gone, and that's not right. Let's look higher up.
I would love to see a good forensic auditor come in.
Yeah. Yep.
Shut the city down for a week. No money, nothing. Okay, this
Yep.
is the week we're going to be in. If you're going to come in the week after their paychecks are, the money
Yeah.
for the paychecks have been deposited.
Right.
From that point on, come in that Friday afternoon
Yep.
and go through the following Friday afternoon. I mean,
Yep.
straight through, 24/7.
I wouldn't even tell them when coming because how much money can they can hide? Well, yeah. Where's the money? Where is the money? Where did it go? Where is Oh, but let's talk about the groundbreaking ceremony for the Police station.
You mean the construction commencement
Yeah. What
ceremony?
is that? What is?
The triple C construction. Can I take my plaque down
Sure, I would.
and get them? See if I can get people to autograph it.
I would. I don't understand. They already did something 2 years ago.
Yeah. No,
What-
2 years, 11 months, and 29 days
yeah.
ago.
I don't understand why we're doing it again.
Formality.
For what?
They need new photos. Photo op time.
I don't know. It's scary.
Somebody
But-
probably got a new lens for their camera they want to test out.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, it was scheduled for some time a
September.
couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
and then it got pushed out
Yeah.
up to what is it, October 10th?
Yeah.
Which was, and the original groundbreaking was
It
October 11th
Right.
of
yeah.
20.
I wonder if the same people from October 11th 2 years ago will be here.
Well, I don't think Charlie's going to.
No. Well, if he's around, who knows where he might be? You know.
Karen Polito. No, I don't think she's going to be
No,
bothered.
no.
I don't see. She doesn't see any, or at least in my estimation, she doesn't see any political
No.
revenue. Political benefits out of it.
Right. Well. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, who else of any dignitaries were there? Let's see, we had the real police chief, Roy Vask was there. Was Fire Chief Brian?
Moriarty, I believe, was
Jeez,
there.
is
I
that
wasn't there. I don't think. I don't think I was there.
Could we get the Brian and Roy show back again?
Oh, I would love that.
I know it.
When they need to go on the road.
Oh.
I miss that.
No, the people that are in power need to go on
Yeah.
the road.
I miss they used to do at neighborhood meetings.
Oh,
My
geez.
God, they were hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who
Dan
else.
Rivera was there.
Yes, the mayor
I
was.
hope. I hope
Let's
he
see,
comes.
Kendris would have been there as.
Yeah,
let's
Kendrick
see.
is acting mayor. I hope.
No, he wasn't because because Brian's the one that gave out those plaques.
Oh, okay.
Because Brian got sworn in on 23.
Oh, okay. I think Kendrick
wait a
show
minute.
up.
No, he got sworn in 22. Because
What?
the election is next year, which is 25, which means he would have the next mayor gets sworn in January of 26, so we go back 4, so he gets sworn in January of 22.
But he came in November, remember, because Kendrick was acting. So he
Yeah.
got sworn in November.
Yeah.
But I hope Kendrick shows up because his office is right there. I hope he walks over. To be there.
Kendris isn't the type to stand in the window and go, "Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh."
No, that's what I mean.
You ain't putting my name on that one.
I think he should come over. We'd love to see him.
Uh,
Love to see Dan Rivera.
it would be nice if all of those involved in it showed up, but
Right.
I don't think the political weather forecast would allow it.
I don't know. You
No.
can't. It's a public thing. You can't say no. You can't. They have every right to be
Well,
there.
they can say you're invited, but they can also be treated like back of the bus people, second class citizens. Why
Yeah.
why would you want to go if the possibility of political humiliation, even
Yeah.
though most of those that were involved in the setup, trying to get everything together.
Well,
In my estimation, and I think a lot of other people's estimation, they really have no great, any grand plans to go further in politics.
And the other thing I looked at, when they originally were supposed to start working on this in June, and then start to September.
I hope they managed to get some videos of the Great Lowell Street flood. That was hilarious. Flooded the whole length of Lowell
Well,
Street.
the other thing, yeah, yeah, I remember that.
I think the high water marks are still there.
They probably are.
Yeah.
But I'm also hearing that they've eliminated a lot of the stuff from the master plans. And that's sad if they're doing that.
I don't know. But we got lights around the tree trunks on Essex Street.
We have new signs too up. If you flags up, if you look, I think from Lawrence Street, actually probably from Jackson Street down to maybe Hampshire, the signs.
Just what we need.
Yeah, I mean, it would be
Yeah,
nice if they showed.
I had heard that rumor. Now my question is, what are they going to eliminate? What has been cut out? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the price on the new police station was somewhere around what, $58 million?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And how much did Dan bring in for it? Dan brought in a lot of money for it. You know, thanks Governor Baker.
Well, again, the comment I posted on Facebook is, everybody remember the old Registry of Deeds?
Yep.
The city could have had that building.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I asked then Police Chief John Romero. He says the place is loaded with asbestos. $58 million would have cleaned up a lot of asbestos.
Right.
It would have solved a lot of problems.
Yep.
But
I
no.
mean, I remember when the new police station opened up. It was obsolete the minute they opened the doors.
Geez, well, let's see. I remember something else, another project like that. Oh, the Southeast Expressway in 1955. That section that went, across Boston,
Yep.
the elevated section. That was obsolete the day it opened.
It's just, it's funny how these things just, you like,
They
okay.
opened that. It was they estimated 35,000 cars a day. The day it opened was 50,000. And I
Go
think the
figure.
day it got torn down was they were sitting at somewhere around 150,000.
Yeah. I mean, and you can't make a lot of this stuff up. It's like, really?
Yeah. A lot of this stuff is well-intentioned, but unfortunately, they don't listen to the experts.
No.
They want their own input into this stuff, to say, I was responsible for this.
Right.
And they don't know the foggiest thing about what they're doing.
No, I know.
As long as their fingerprints are on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the photo op is there.
And that's mainly the photo op.
Yes.
And
And and then everything starts falling apart, deteriorating, doesn't work the way it wants. Well,
yeah.
that's fingerprinting.
Yep.
But again, that's the way it works.
Right.
Oh
yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how many people show up for that. I sent it out to the appropriate people, letting them know.
I will
So,
be there.
I will be
I
there.
will have my work boots on.
Yeah.
Work boots that have worked.
They said, make sure you don't have toeless shoes. Of course not.
Hard. They said they phrased. I think they said hard toe shoes.
Yeah.
But again, that covers a multitude of sins.
Yeah.
A decent pair of work boots.
Yeah.
And I'll see. I got more than my fair share
No,
of
work
bright
boots, yeah.
lime green
Yeah.
vests with safety stripes on it.
Well, I'm quite sure. Yeah. I don't think I'd be climbing the. Well, you may, but I don't think some of us normal people will be climbing.
I still got a safety harness at
I
home
know,
I used
I
at
know.
work.
Yeah. It'll be nice, to finally.
But again,
Yeah.
like I said, I'd be curious to find out what is being deleted and for what reason. Well, we know what reason. The money is missing.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. The money is not there anymore. Is that more
Yeah. Yes.
politically correct?
Yes.
Political speak
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Money
And-
was kidnapped for another project, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see, what other street has a lot of trees? The Common.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the Robert Frost Fountain has water.
Oh, don't get me going on that.
Why is it now they have water in it?
I can't remember the last time I saw it dry, but it was
It's been a while.
it was dry up until, I'm going to say, I'm trying to remember the last time I went down and took pictures of a flag ceremony. It was dry then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say at least a month. It possibly
Yeah.
could have had water,
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
but hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. You sit there and think, what's, where's whatever. The hayride for the YMCA, that should be a fun thing for the kids. And then we have October.
we don't even have to go out and get a ghost or anything. We can bring politicians in.
Right. Well, yeah, and then. Well, the other thing is we have, and then we have a bunch of events in October. We have the 19th, which is the open house for the fire station, which is
Yeah.
always a fun thing
Yes,
for the kids.
that is.
And we have Trunk or Treat, which is at the senior center.
Did you say trunk or treat?
Trunk or Treat for Halloween. Remember last year? There was like over 1,000 kids that came.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I was shocked.
Yeah.
And then trying to think what else is coming in October. Oh, and then they're going to start decorating because the tree lighting is November 15th, I think. No, couple. I'm like, so early, but whatever. But so the next council meeting, is the day after Columbus Day. So we got to figure when we're going to do our thing because we can't do it Monday because Monday's Columbus Day. But the agenda should be out on Thursday, so maybe we can do it on Friday.
Is Columbus Day?
Yes.
Is it still called Columbus
Yes.
Day, or is it Indigenous
no,
People
it's still
Day?
Columbus Day. At least it's according to my calendar, it is.
Yeah. I was doing my thing for tomorrow night, and I was thinking, and I had something flash across the screen. It was talking about woke, and and you and I are trying to get people to wake up. Unfortunately, there's too many people that woke up, and that's the reason we're into this
Yeah.
descending spiral of fun and games, but
Yeah. But like I said, that's so there's a bunch of stuff going on in the city, and hopefully, like I said, we'll stop bringing a lot of things back.
yeah. But again, the one thing I disagree with is when is the Christmas party going to be? Is that going to be for the Friday after Thanksgiving?
The city hall one?
Yeah, city.
No, it's November 15th, I believe.
It's before
like
Thanksgiving.
it was last year. Yeah.
Oh Jesus! That
Yeah.
somebody's got to get them a calendar that.
Well, because I think because you lose time at Thanksgiving and people want to, they just, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. When they have it.
They want it to be good weather, and middle of November you got chances are.
It could be not so bad. Yeah, it could be okay. That's what they, whatever. All I know is I get to go shopping. That's all I care about.
Well, I'm looking.
I go shopping for toys. I'm glad. I'm good with that. Last year I think we got all the toys in an hour and a half. There was 6 of us shopping. We got all the toys.
Okay.
And that included bikes. Which I'm kind of wondering why we're giving out bikes in December, but whatever.
You got snow tires on them?
I don't know.
No.
I think maybe we don't give out bikes now and we wait till the fireworks. That might be a good time to do in July.
Yeah.
So maybe kind of redirect, how we do stuff. But I don't know. It's not my decision, so that's a good thing.
Okay, we're down under a minute.
Okay. So
Tomorrow night.
7 o'clock, City Council Chamber.
Yeah, anybody old enough to remember the ads for New England Dragway? I'll
You do
paraphrase it. Tuesday, City Council Chamber. 7 o'clock.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Be there for 7. It doesn't start at 7.
Yeah.
Be there for 7.
Okay.
You know.
But we're
Bring,
down.
bring the popcorn. No.
Yeah, bring the popcorn and a pillow. Well,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So we're down under 20. Down to 20 seconds. So
Okay.
with that,
We will hopefully see you tomorrow night.
yes.
And
Be more than welcome.
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
To go over the new agenda.
Okay.
I can't wait for the new agenda.
With that, I do my the French chef. I bid you a fond adieu.
And we will see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Okay.